An activist to me is someone that wants to see change, someone that sees an issue or sees a problem and acknowledges that they can sit and complain or they can do something about it. And an activist is someone that takes what they don't like and does something about it. You know, I've been an activist probably all my life in different ways, but I've been an HIV activist for 5 years, and the change has been slow. It's been, you know, it has its good days, it has its bad days. There are days when you think that the work and the hours that you do don't make a difference and that no one is hearing or seeing what you're doing, and then there are small ways that you know. I mean, I know I'm an effective advocate when small change happens. So an email or a letter or a phone call or just something that tells me that it's reaching someone. I think that using those for HIV positive prevention messages is crucial, not even important, it's crucial. I've been doing this work for 4 years, and seeing the fact that young people don't know anyone living with HIV. I go to schools all the time, and the first question I ask is, do you know anyone your age living with HIV? 95% of the audience doesn't raise their hand. So the fact is, 25 years later, most young people have never even met someone living with HIV. And the fact is that when they meet me and they see that HIV isn't something to be scared of, not only do they end the stigma and stereotypes, but they acknowledge that they're at risk because it can look like anyone. So I think it's the missing link in education. I think that we have this amazing tool of young people willing to share their stories, but because of fear and politics, we don't give them the vehicle to do that. And so the more personal we can make this disease, the more difference we can make. What gives me hope is change. In the past 5 years, my hope has come from the fact that I've seen tangible change. I've seen a change in people, I've seen a change in school campuses, and I've seen young people with HIV reclaiming their life, and that is what gives me hope for myself and everyone else in this situation. So why do I feel like the gay community continues to be the highest trend, and what do I feel like young people can do to change that, especially in the gay community? I think it's amazing that this community, one of which I'm a member of, continues to be the highest rate of infection and has been in the United States for the past 25 years, but yet they seem to be the least concerned about it. There's a complacency that's set in. There's the generation before mine that saw death on the streets, and so since it's not that bad, they don't address it with the same urgency and concern. And the fact is that I may not be dying tomorrow, but I still share the same disease that those people died of. And those people in power in the gay community who can make active change and put information in the hands of people in their venues or magazines or resources have the obligation and should feel the need to educate at every opportunity. And they do carry that weight and that responsibility, and simply saying it's not bad as it used to be because people aren't dying isn't acceptable to me, and it shouldn't be acceptable to anyone in this community. We all as gay men or women or queer have a responsibility to not only acknowledge those who have died, but I think those who have died are tired of moments of silence and want moments of voices and stories, but simply pretending like it's not there anymore has to stop, because one day the 80s, late 90s will repeat itself, and not because we didn't care, didn't know, it's because we just stopped talking. So the things that those who are HIV positive can do to end stigma are to talk about it. I mean, the fact of the matter is that I'm 25 years old. I was born the year that HIV and AIDS was discovered. And it's been in my lifetime, but yet no one's talking about it. And the way change happens, and the way we as HIV positive people end stigma, is that we stop ignoring it. And we make people acknowledge that it's here. We make people acknowledge that we're living with it. And even if they're uncomfortable, that's not our problem. It's not my problem if someone is uncomfortable with it. It's my problem if I don't do anything to change it. But by me talking about it and by me acknowledging it and sharing it, I in turn am ending stigma. What others can do to end stigma is really do the same. I mean, talk to people you know, educate yourself, and acknowledge that your actions have consequences. So by saying things or pushing stereotypes, you're doing more to hurt than to help anyone living with HIV. Hi, my name is Todd. I'm 26 years old. I live in New York City, and I've been HIV positive for 6 years.